Yo, what's the word? Thanks for tapping into the channel and make sure you hit that like, comment, or subscribe, or do two of the three or one of the three. Just do something for me. You feel me? So today I thought we was gonna do something a little different. Instead of just like reacting to like a police chase or something, cause I am a little bit older, so I do watch the news nowadays. So I said, let's just look at some news stories I thought was interesting, right? So we gonna pop it off with some hometown news because it was an update to it, and I do want to get updates to if there's something I do, I want to have the updates and details with these stories. So um, I haven't really watched any of them, but when I seen this video, the update for this, because I'm from here, so I knew about it. I was like, let me go ahead and just throw this in here. So, um,
Hi, good morning, Dina and Gina. The chaos this morning started here in the 5100 block of South Rutherford Avenue, where police officers are still on the scene right now. Neighbors that we talked to in this typically quiet neighborhood say they are still in disbelief after one of their neighbors rushed to their homes this morning, frantically crying out for help.
A woman pounding on the door saying she got stabbed in the chest. The caller has no further information on the offender. It says who took the victim's car.
she was high. I guarantee you, this person was high. Like I know everybody be like, "Hey, they all be high," but no, like she was high on that Superman shit, like on that Superman stuff. Whatever Superman take, you know. I ain't talking about actual Clark Kent. I'm talking about the crackhead that he'll fight and beat up 15 people. You know what I'm saying? She was on that type of shit. Whatever that is, she was on that stuff.
Residents who live in the 5100 block of Rutherford Avenue say it was around 6:30 this morning when they heard one of their neighbors screaming outside. One resident says
that crackhead that carry a refrigerator on his back and riding a bike at the same time, that type of shit. She on that.
41-year-old victim rang her family's doorbell, but by the time they got to the door, the woman had run to the house next door. The man who lives there says he let the victim, who was being stabbed, inside of his home. After the victim was inside, witnesses say the suspect took off in the victim's Nissan Rogue, which was warming up outside. Investigators say the woman was stabbed in the chest and bicep, and currently...
Hey man, shout out Trenches News, cause he do be saying, man, be cautious when you leaving your crib, cause there is people out here who rob and kill you with no problem. And every time I hear stories like this and I watch them with my mama, she'll be like, I just don't understand it. It's not for you to understand. Like, these people ain't got nothing up here. There's nothing going on up there. You know what I'm saying? Cause cause I'm pretty sure this lady was gonna give it up to you. You feel me? Even if you was this be like, I'm gonna come in stabbing, you ain't even gotta kill him. Poke him one time, get what you need to get and get going. You know what I'm saying? I know that sound messed up, but clearly this person wanted violence over the material. So, hey.
She is receiving care at Christ Hospital. She was taken there in critical condition.
You can hear on the video, I'm being robbed, call the police, I'm being robbed. And then on my camera, you can't see it, but then you can hear her scream that the suspect is stabbing her. And then our neighbor actually comes out and like yells at the suspect. She gets frightened and gets into the victim's car and takes off.
Just after the suspect took off, police say she crashed into a parked vehicle in the 5100 block of South Mulligan. At that scene.
Hey, look, because we got an update. I'm going to see what's the update. Like, this is it after the story, because she stabbed 2 people. And then she got in the car and crashed the car a couple blocks up the street. You, like, what? But you know what, though? I can't necessarily say it's all drugs. It just be mental health. You know what I mean? Mental health is a big thing people just overlook, and definitely if this person turned out to be black, which I don't think so. I don't think this gonna be a black person. Just from who they interviewed, I don't know. I doubt it. But if it was, still, it's a big thing in our community for mental health. So let's see what the update is about.
A 30-year-old man who heard the crash came to see what happened and was also stabbed by the offender. The second victim is receiving care at Mount Sinai and is reported to be in good condition. The offender.
Man, I thought she stabbed. See, I was listening, but like I kind of wasn't. I thought she stabbed the dude that helped the first victim in the house. She stabbed somebody trying to help her. This lady
was arrested.
See,
and is also receiving care for some minor injuries. That offender, I should say, is at hold.
Now think about them people that had to get up and go to work that morning, and they get up and they see this. This is what they walk out to. And they can't call in no more because they done called in too many times saying whatever. You think if they send them a picture of this to their boss, you think that boss will still let them slide? Oh man, come on, we gotta laugh, man. It's sad, but we gotta
Cross
laugh.
Hospital. As more details come in on this tragic set of circumstances this morning, we'll definitely bring them to you. Reporting live.
All right, so then we got an update.
Later today for a carjacking and stabbing attack on the southwest side. Chicago police say 21-year-old Vanessa Delgado stabbed a woman on Thursday morning, leaving her critically hurt after the attack.
Hey, this ain't no, but y'all got problems too. You know what I mean? The Hispanic community, y'all got mental issues too that y'all don't fix, and we all do. So hey, but I said it though. I knew it wasn't no black people though, cause they didn't even put their face up in the ain't seen nobody face yet.
He took off in the victim's vehicle and crashed it 5 minutes later. A man who heard that crash went outside and was also stabbed. Police took Delgado into custody on the scene. She now faces 7 charges, including attempted murder and vehicular hijacking.
That is crazy. That is crazy because that's crazy.
Well, we begin tonight with that Wayne County government official and her husband now face.
That's crazy because they need. See, my problem be this, right? Everybody do when you do the crime. How come only because the thumbnail for this was you saw who these people was. Like how this thumbnail, because this is the next story I'm gonna do. It was this, but this thumbnail was
cocaine and fentanyl drug ring
was the suspects, and it's like, come on, man.
Busted by Waukesha County Sheriff's investigators and prosecutors charged 3 Milwaukee men today for selling all across southeast Wisconsin.
Our Stephanie Quirk is in the newsroom, and Steph, authorities say this investigation started with a deadly overdose.
Yeah, authorities say a woman died of a fentanyl overdose in Hartford back in June.
Man, see, look, gang. See, my whole thing is this, bro. People want what they want. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not sick, but my nose is a little bit runny. I don't know. Anyway, like people gonna want drugs. You know, I feel like that's just something that's just human nature. I don't even think you gotta be addicted. I don't even think nobody has to introduce you to a drug. I just feel like that's just something that's like, because it's a stimulant or a depressant, so it's something that does something to the body, and without actual drugs, you still got stimulus. Like, you could work out, do all this stuff. But I'm not saying that to say, you know, talk down on people who do stuff, because I know that it's hard to kick addictions. But what I'm saying is, these people is gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? And as a businessman, I don't understand how you could want to push this, because for the most part, a lot of the times, the reason why so many people last so long is because ain't nobody dying. The police know you got pounds. The police know you be robbing the other drug dealers. The police know everything. Believe it or not, everybody want to say the police so stupid, but the police know everything. So the reason why a lot of people last so long is because don't nobody get hurt, or they don't know about it, or if the people that they do hurt is somebody that they equally don't care about. So you serving fentanyl to fiends is not, and then on top of that, why would you want to kill your customer base? That's crazy. You killing your money.
That's what started the months-long investigation, where detectives connected the dots to 3 men in Milwaukee. Back on June 5th in the city of Hartford, prosecutors say a man called 911 for a 39-year-old woman overdosing in a home. Despite the man's and officers' efforts to save her, officers say the woman died from fentanyl.
Look at that. Look at them fake, all them fake bars.
And cocaine, drugs that investigators would later learn that man and woman frequently bought from a, quote, dealer in Milwaukee. Prosecutors say the 911...
And I know this like B-roll from evidence lockers and stuff like that, but just think about it, though. They might, like, that's...
One caller helped detectives target 30-year-old Carl Reeves. Prosecutors say Reeves sold fentanyl and cocaine to the woman that caused her death. They also...
So he was lacing the fit with the cocaine. So that must be some new high now, because I know cocaine is a upper, and I know fentanyl is a depressant. So I know that them two drugs don't do the same thing. So I could definitely see how she overdosed. So hopefully if somebody do really tap in with me, let me know if you know what they calling that on the streets, because your boy ain't in the streets no more. Your boy is old. He retired out of that. What is fentanyl and cocaine mixed together? What is they calling that on the streets, and what is it doing? Because I know it's a depressant and a stimulant, and those two be do crazy things.
Learned he was selling drugs across southeast Wisconsin, but that he wasn't doing alone. 19-year-old Tony Robinson and 23-year-old LaRon Horton are also accused of
29 and 19 and 30. Gone. We just losing out here, man. It's crazy. Gone.
Of delivering fentanyl and cocaine. Washington County.
But you know what, though? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Process of elimination. If that's what y'all want to do, I ain't even talking about the people using. I'm talking about the people doing it. Because y'all gonna be gone for a long time. Y'all ain't finna be reproducing. Y'all ain't finna be doing nothing. The reproducing y'all gonna be doing ain't gonna be making nothing but a mess and a smell.
Sheriff's investigators arrested the two on Thursday. Court filings say detectives witnessed Reeves, Horton, or Robinson involved in, quote, at least 32 separate drug transactions from December 8th to January 5th. While prosecutors in Washington County charged all three on Friday, Reeves remains in Ozaukee County in jail for other unrelated charges. Court records show he has a lengthy criminal history.
So he already locked up on some other. He already locked up in a whole other county on some whole other stuff, and now he finna get some more charges.
Following the investigation, the sheriff said in a statement, quote, "I hope the message is clear. Jurisdictional boundaries will not shield you from justice. This case is deeply troubling." Now, Reeves is charged with first-degree reckless homicide, and all three of those men are charged with 4 counts of conspiracy to commit and deliver fentanyl and cocaine. A court commissioner set Reeves' bond at $250,000. Reporting in the newsroom.
At some point, they gonna get a speedy trial, and then we gonna hear about it. I'm gonna try and keep up with this story. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on with that. So, and on to the last one. Police sees Rivera police sees AR-15 and over $1 million in drugs.
All right, tonight, investigators, they're looking into why an undocumented immigrant had an assault rifle.
One of them peoples. But you know what's crazy? His favorite weapon right here, though. They thought that's what he was using to cut the drugs. That's his favorite weapon right there. So what's this right here? A press? I don't know. You know, I don't sell no narcotics, so I wouldn't know.
And this large stash of drugs inside an emergency family shelter. NBC 10's Malcolm Johnson joining us live from Revere with more on who federal investigators say is behind the gun and drug charges.
Like Paul Revere?
Well, investigators say the suspect illegally entered the country last year, JC, but they don't know where or when. And they say that he'd been staying here at this hotel turned emergency shelter, allegedly with guns and over 200 grams.
So you and me and anybody else who pay taxes or do anything for America was holding this kingpin up. He had a suite, a presidential suite that you was paying for while he was being Tony Montana Scarface out here.
Of drugs in his possession. On December 17th, 2024, Revere police responded to a call from this Morris Street Quality Inn.
I didn't even really know this was going on in Boston.
A gentleman up in a room on the 3rd floor that may have in his possession an assault rifle.
An assault rifle, fentanyl worth over $1 million, bricks of cocaine, and smaller amounts for sale are what investigators found on the 3rd floor in the room of 28-year-old Leonardo Andujar Sanchez of the Dominican Republic.
This gentleman was clearly a threat to public safety. A lot of women and children.
He was a Dominican.
People here and kind of,
You think he really was a Dominican, or they just saying that?
Dire circumstances, they need help, they need assistance.
The hotel serves as an emergency family shelter that's run by the...
And don't say I'm crazy, I'm tripping. Yeah, they say he Dominican. It ain't the first time they lied about some stuff to make it look different.
State.
The remaining people that were in the emergency shelter were kept safe because the majority of people in that shelter are looking for safe housing options. We're going to make sure that if we hear or see bad things happening, that we're going to intervene.
Tonight, the Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities says there is zero tolerance for criminal activity in EA shelters.
Man, hold on, bro. It's zero tolerance in shelters. It's zero tolerance in the streets. If me and you get caught with an AR-15 unregistered and some bricks, $1 million worth of drugs, you going to jail. What you talking about? Zero tolerance in a shelter for this? It's zero tolerance in the streets. Why would you even come out and make this stupid statement? This is a stupid statement to make. This is a stupid statement. That was a stupid statement. It's zero tolerance in the streets. I don't know no place where if me and you was riding down the street with an unregistered AR-15 with multiple magazines and $1 million worth of that stuff in the trunk, and we get pulled over, and not only do we got bricks, but we also got stuff ready to sell on us. Come on, man. Talking about some zero tolerance in the shelters.
We took immediate action to terminate this individual from the EA system, and we confirmed with federal immigration officials that they have lodged a detainer. Revere City Councilor Juan Jaramillo says this is an isolated incident.
Right? The Department of Justice has run a study on crimes and immigration, and overwhelmingly, documented and even undocumented immigrants commit much less crime than U.S.-born citizens.
Man. Now look, this is my thing, right? There's some good immigrants out here, cause I worked with some. You feel me? I done worked with some firstborn citizens. You feel me? I done worked with just getting their green cards, shit, damn near illegals. You feel me? I done worked with some good dudes. I'm gonna tell you like this though. From what they've been doing since they've been in the country, they've been wilding out. So for him to say what he's saying, they just gonna keep lying and lying and lying and lying.
And Monica, within the last hour, I spoke with State Representative Jessica Ann Giannino. She says, in part, quote, "It's clear that the federal immigration crisis is contributing to significant safety risks in our communities. Local and state authorities can only do so much. It's time for federal officials to take responsibility and address this issue before more lives are put in danger."
Absolutely right.
We are live tonight, reporting in Revere. I'm Malcolm Johnson, NBC 10 Boston.
Hey, that's crazy. And then this clown, I don't even want to talk about this clown. I don't even want to talk about these.
Thank you, Casey. A rift is growing.
These two clowns, it don't even matter about them two. But, you know, that was just a quick little, you know, I asked to, that's why, you know, I have my shades on. But, you know, just a little reaction to a couple of news stories. We're going to follow up on that Milwaukee case. And then we're going to see about that one in Revere and over there in Boston. We're gonna follow up on them too and make a separate video on that. I'm going to just go ahead and do like just the details and just, you know, do a little something on that. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. Make sure you tap back into the next video. I'm going to stay dropping stuff, man. I'm going to try and stay as consistent as possible. I'm actually working on another video. Hopefully I could drop later on today. YouTube, drop some bangers. People know I'll be watching these whack movies, but I watched a good one and I was like, man, I was scrolling through it and it was too many good movies to actually not watch some good movies. So I'm actually going to do a top 5 or a top 6 or something like that. So stay tuned for that.